Do not enter the forest. The tomb holds blood and a beast. Do not open any tomb.
We need to leave now. It's not safe here.
You're overreacting. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Run!
If you're hearing this, it means one of us made it out. Not all of us. Not even most of us. Just one. And the village? The village is still there, quiet, green, ordinary, like it never swallowed 8 university students. They called it a school project tour, the kind that sounds harmless on a course outline. 9 tourism students. 4 girls. 5 boys. A bus ride, a checklist, a village report. We were supposed to return with interviews, photos, cultural notes. Market Square, Palace, Village Square, Shrine, landmarks, and a clean academic write-up that would impress our lecturer. Instead, we returned with silence, and one survivor with injuries that never healed right. We met at the university gate before sunrise, buzzing like a phone on low battery, excited,
I can't believe we're
nervous,
finally
hungry for
going.
something memorable.
This is gonna be amazing. Did everyone remember their cameras?
Look at you, already posing for the gram.
I know, right? This sunrise is perfect for the shot.
Hurry up, you two. The bus is waiting.
Ada, the serious one who always carried extra batteries and a notebook that never tore. Z, the Instagram genius who could turn a muddy road into a travel poster. Mira, quiet, observant, she listened like she was collecting secrets. Tommy, laughter on legs, the kind of girl who made strangers feel like friends. Then the boys. Kuan-Lu, our group leader, confident, persuasive, the kind who could convince rain to stop falling. Ife, gentle, always offering to carry someone's bag. Boma, the skeptic, science-minded, allergic to village stories. Sei, thrill seeker, a human drumbeat. And me, Deo, camera guy, editor, the one who believed stories were safest behind a lens. That morning, someone cracked a joke. This trip will be easy. Take pictures, collect data, chop local food, come back. And the universe laughed back. The village sat beyond the last patch of asphalt, where the road became red earth and the trees leaned in like curious listeners. When we arrived, the air smelled of wood smoke and fermented grain, with a hint of rain that hadn't fallen yet. Children chased our bus for a while, barefoot and fearless, shouting greetings. Women balanced bowls on their heads like they were born with crowns. Men sat under a wide tree, playing a board game older than our university. Everything felt warm, welcoming. But it was the way people watched that unsettled me. Not rude watching. Not hostile. More like counting. As if the village was counting heads. 9. 9 students. 9 mouths that would eat in the village. 9 footsteps that would press into village soil. We met Chief Odu, the village spokesman, tall, gray-bearded, voice as calm as a river. He welcomed us, assigned 2 young guides, and told us where we could record interviews and take photographs. Market Square first, Kunnel said, already in leader mode. Then Palace, then Village Square. Shrine last. The chief nodded slowly. Yes, your project. You will write what you see. That is good. Then he added, almost casually, but there are places you do not write about. Kuan-Lu smiled politely. Like what, sir? Chief Odu's eyes moved across our faces like a broom sweeping dust. Like the forest. A forest? The chief's voice dropped. The evil forest. The words didn't sound like superstition the way he said it. They sounded like a rule. Boma snorted softly. Evil forest. Right. Mira didn't laugh. She stared toward the tree line as if she heard something calling her name. The day moved like a documentary montage. We recorded interviews in the market square, where women sold pepper, dried fish, and cloth patterned like moving art. Z took photos of smiles and baskets and sunlit faces. Ada scribbled notes until her wrist ached. We visited the king's palace, a humble compound with ancient symbols carved into wood, the kind of place where time didn't rush. A guard told us stories of past kings. The king himself didn't appear, but his presence hung in the air like incense. At the village square, elders sat in a circle beneath a tree so old it looked like it had roots in history itself. They told us proverbs. "Child who does not listen," one elder said, "will learn with wounds." We laughed politely and recorded the audio. At the shrine the air changed. Even Boma stopped joking. The shrine wasn't dramatic. No fire. No skulls. No movie props. Just a quiet clearing with a carved post, a clay pot, and symbols painted with something dark. But when I raised my camera, my screen flickered. The battery icon jumped from full to empty and back again like it was blinking in fear. I lowered the lens. Tommy whispered, "Deo, why does it feel like someone is standing behind me?" Nobody answered. We left the shrine quickly, pretending we were only on schedule. By late afternoon, we sat under a tree near the chief's compound, going through notes and photos. That's when one of the village guides, Obi, a young man with restless eyes, made a mistake. He tried to impress us. "You have seen our market," he said. "You have seen palace. You have seen shrine. But you have not seen what visitors talk about when they leave." Sei leaned forward, eyes bright. "What's that?" Obi hesitated. Then he nodded toward the distant trees. "The forest." Kunnel smiled. "The evil forest?" Obi's smile vanished. "Don't call it like that loudly." Boma chuckled. "Bro, it's just trees." Obi's eyes sharpened. "Trees can be ordinary. Trees can also be witnesses." Z lifted her phone. "Is it photogenic?" Obi looked like he wanted to say no and yes at the same time. "It is, not for pictures." But Sei was already standing. "We came for a project." "What's a village tour without the village's biggest story?" Kunnel hesitated just for a second. The leader in him knew boundaries mattered. But curiosity is a smooth talker. "We won't go deep," Kunnel said. "Just a quick look. We'll be respectful." Obi stepped back. Respect is not enough. And that's when the warning arrived properly. Chief Odu came out, leaning on a carved staff as if he'd heard the forest being mentioned by name. "Young people," he said softly, "you do not go there." Kunnel put on his best student smile. "Sir, we're just curious. It's for documentation. We'll be careful." Chief Odu's gaze pinned Kunnel like a nail into wood. "If you enter, listen carefully. Do not open any tomb." We blinked. "Tomb?" Ada repeated. Chief Odu nodded, slow and certain. "Inside the forest, there is a tomb older than this village's oldest song. If you open it and enter, and a drop of human blood touches the ground, the one inside will rise." Sei laughed nervously. "Sir, come on." Chief Odu raised his staff slightly. The laughter died. "The one inside is not spirit. Not animal. Not man. It is a hunger wearing a shape." Myra's voice came out thin. "And if it rises?" Chief Odu looked at the 9 of us again, counting. "It will not stop until it has taken what woke it." The wind passed through the leaves like someone whispering. Obi added quickly, "And you must not take anything from the forest. Not even a leaf." Boma crossed his arms. "So, we just don't go near any tomb." "Easy." Chief Odu's eyes narrowed. "When a person thinks danger is simple, that person is already halfway dead." Tommy grabbed my sleeve. "Deo, please, let's not." I wanted to agree. But then Sei said the line that broke the last fragile wall of caution. "Guys, imagine the footage. Imagine the story. This is the kind of thing that blows up online." Z's eyes flickered with temptation. Kunnel's pride stirred. Boma's skepticism hardened into challenge. And curiosity held all of us by the hand. Even me. So we went. The forest edge looked normal at first. Green. That's alive. But the moment we stepped under its shade, sound changed. Birds went quiet. Insects hushed. Even our footsteps sounded too loud, like we were breaking a rule with every crunch of leaf. Ada whispered, "Okay, quick in, quick out." Sei whispered back, "Relax. It's a forest." But my camera started behaving like it was in a place where electronics felt unwelcome. The focus hunted. The audio crackled with faint static that sounded like breathing. We walked deeper. took pictures, recorded clips, and then we found things that didn't belong. A carved symbol on a tree that looked like a warning eye. A rope tied in a knot that resembled a noose but wasn't. A line of stones arranged like someone had measured the earth. Mira stopped. Do you feel that? What? Aoife asked. Like, the forest is listening. Boma rolled his eyes. Forests don't listen. People listen. And that's when we heard it. A low, distant sound, like a drumbeat, but too slow, too heavy. Boom, boom, boom. We froze. Then it stopped. Say smiled like a fool. See? Someone's probably doing a ritual. We're fine. Cunnel raised a hand. No more jokes. We stay together. We moved on. And then we saw it. It wasn't hidden. That was the worst part. It sat in a clearing like it had been waiting for visitors. A stone structure, half swallowed by vines, with markings carved so deep they looked like wounds in rock. The entrance was sealed by a heavy slab, and in front of it lay bones, animal bones, arranged in a circle like a warning that spoke without words. Ada stepped back. No, this is it. We're leaving. Tommy nodded immediately.
We need
Yes,
to leave now.
now.
It's not safe here.
Boma leaned
You're
forward,
overreacting.
fascinated.
There's nothing to be
This is
afraid of.
incredible. Do you know how old this could be? Z lifted her phone. Just one picture from outside. Chief
The tomb
Odiu's
holds
words echoed
blood
in my
and a
head.
beast.
Do not
Do
open any
open
tomb. If blood touches the ground, it will rise. Cunnel swallowed. He looked torn. Sei broke the tension with a grin. We're not opening it. We're just documenting it. Mira stared at the carvings. Why does it feel like it's breathing? Because you're scaring yourself, Boma said. Then he added the sentence that changed everything. If it's sealed, there must be a reason. Maybe there's something inside worth studying. Ada snapped. Worth dying for? Boma shrugged. You don't even believe the story. Ada's eyes flashed. That's exactly why you're dangerous. Cunnel stepped between them. Enough. We came too far to panic. We'll take exterior shots and go. We started taking pictures. Wide angles, close-ups, symbol details. And then Sei did what thrill-seekers always do. He placed his hands on the slab. Don't, Tommy said. He laughed. I'm not opening it. But he pushed, testing.
We don't know what's
The stone
inside.
shifted slightly
could
with
be
a groan like
dangerous.
an old throat clearing. Everybody stared. Cunnel's voice sharpened. Sei, stop. Sei held up both hands, innocent. Okay. But something had already started. Because the slab, it wasn't stuck like a tomb should be. It moved like it was meant to be opened. Like a door that had been waiting for the wrong knock. Boma's eyes gleamed. It's not even sealed properly. Ada looked at Cunnel. We leave. Now. Cunnel hesitated too long. And curiosity used that hesitation like a key. Together, Sei, Boma, and Cunnel pushed the slab. Stone scraped stone. Vines tore. Dust rose. The tomb opened. And the forest held its breath. The air inside was cold and dry, like it hadn't touched daylight in centuries. We stepped in carefully, flashlights and phone lights cutting through darkness. The walls were etched with symbols that made my eyes itch to look away. And then we saw it. A shape lying in the center, human-like, long-limbed, still as a statue. Its skin looked like ash. Its face, half hidden, was too calm, too empty. Not decomposed. Not skeleton. Just waiting. Z whispered, "Oh my God, is it real?" Boma's voice trembled for the first time. It might be a preserved body. Cunnel swallowed. No touching. Just pictures. We took photos from different angles. Mira didn't move. She stared at the thing like she recognized it in a dream. Then Tommy tugged my sleeve hard. Deo, look. I turned. Aoife was leaning slightly against the wall, breathing through his teeth. His jeans were torn at the calf. A shallow cut, maybe from a sharp root outside. I'm fine, Aoife whispered quickly. It's nothing. But I saw it. A bead of blood, bright and alive, sliding down his ankle. I opened my mouth to warn him, but the drop fell. It hit the ground with a sound that wasn't loud, yet somehow filled the entire tomb. A single drop, and the air changed instantly, like someone switched the world from safe to wrong. The thing on the floor twitched, very slightly. Mira backed up, whispering, "No, no, no." The body's fingers curled. Z gasped. "Guys?" Cunnel shouted, "Everybody out, now." The creature's eyes opened, and they were not human eyes. They were hunger. We were warned not to open the tomb, but curiosity always wants proof. In part 2, the forest answers. Like, Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss part 2.